Love always finds a way to sneak in without permission. It arrives without warning, sometimes without words, but always leaves an undeniable mark. For fans of Chinese entertainment, one big question is now the topic of conversation. When exactly did Zhang Linghe's love for Zhao Jinmai begin? Was it just a fan's illusion? Or was it actually a sweet reality that they had been hiding behind the camera? One thing is certain, this is not just a rumor. The more evidence there is, the more moments there are, the clearer it becomes that their love is real. Let's trace this long journey, from simple glances to gestures that can no longer be hidden. This story is believed to have begun when Zhang Linghe and Zhao Jinmai met on a drama project. At first, they were just co-stars. However, who would have thought that their intense interactions on set would open the door to something deeper? Zhao Jinmai, with her charm that combines innocence and maturity, managed to attract the attention of many people, including Linghe himself. Fans who had been paying attention from the beginning claimed to see a different look from Zhang Linghe when he looked at Jinmai. A warmer, gentler gaze, as if he had found something precious. There was one behind-the-scenes moment that went viral among fans. When Jinmai was joking around with the staff, the camera caught Linghe just standing there smiling and staring at him for a long time, as if he had forgotten that there were other people around them. That was when many fans began to suspect that there was something between them. Love is not always announced with sweet words. In fact, it often comes through small actions. Zhang Linghe is known as an attentive person, but when he is with Zhao Jinmai, his attention feels different. More personal, warmer, and more intimate. Fans often dug up BTS videos where Linghe was seen reflexively paying attention to Jinmai. From fixing her loose hair, holding an umbrella to protect her from the sun, to subtly moving a chair so she could sit comfortably. To ordinary people, it might have been mere kindness. However, to sensitive fans, they knew those small gestures were unmistakable signs of love. Many fans have tried to piece together a timeline to find the exact moment when Zhang Linghe's love for Zhao Jinmai truly began. Early filming together. First year. Their interactions still seemed awkward, but that's what made fans even more convinced that there were hidden feelings. Linghe often stole glances, while Jinmai seemed to be trying to keep his expression from being caught on camera. Joint interview moments. In several interviews, Jinmai often burst into genuine laughter, and every time that happened, the camera captured Linghe looking at her with a soft smile. It wasn't an ordinary smile, but the smile of someone who is falling in love. Fashion couple items. This is what further strengthens the fans' suspicions. The two of them have been seen wearing similar items several times. Identical hats, simple bracelets with similar designs, and even oversized jackets that seem to have been deliberately matched. Fans immediately called them couple items, a silent sign that there is a bond that goes beyond just coworkers. Public events and fan meetings. When appearing together, Linghe always shows a protective attitude. He stands a little closer to Jinmai, leans his body towards her, and sometimes even speaks softly, as if to encourage her. Fans describe the scene with these words: "He's not just a co-star, he's her protector." It's not just one or two fans who have noticed this closeness. On social media, discussions about Linghe and Jinmai are always heated. Some comment, "The way he looks at him isn't a normal look, it's the look of a man who has fallen in love." If this is just acting, then they are the best actors in the world, because it's too real. Don't lie to us. You two clearly have something. Hashtags like #LingheJinmai is real even trended on popular platforms, showing how many people believe their love is real. Although neither of them has ever directly confirmed their relationship, their interactions in public speak volumes. At one fan meeting, when Jinmai struggled to answer a question, Linghe quickly stepped in to help, and the two exchanged such sincere smiles. Is it just professional chemistry? Fans refuse to believe it, because every detail feels too consistent, too real, and too emotional to be called a mere coincidence. In fact, there was a moment when the camera caught Linghe reflexively turning to Jinmai every time his name was mentioned. It wasn't a deliberate move for the sake of image, but rather the natural reflex of someone who is so focused on one special person around them. Fans immediately exploded on social media with comments like, "He can't even hide it anymore." On another occasion, entertainment reporters highlighted how Linghe seemed to be on Jinmai's side more often than his other co-stars. Even when there were many other stars at big events, he always found a way to stand not far from him. It was as if there was an invisible magnet that made him reluctant to part. It was this repeated togetherness that finally made the public realize this was no longer something that could be covered up. They may have chosen to remain silent, but their body language, eye contact, and emotional closeness spoke louder than words. Fans summed it up with one simple sentence: "If this is still called a rumor, then what is true love?" Zhang Linghe's love for Zhao Jinmai seemed to be made up of small pieces: glances, smiles, fashion items, and protective gestures. All of these pieces now began to form a clear picture, a picture of real love. No one knows exactly when she fell in love. Maybe it was the first day they met, maybe it was when Jinmai laughed beside her, or maybe it was when Linghe realized that her attention was always on him. But one thing is certain: love exists, and we can all feel it. So, is this just a rumor? No. It is a reality that is slowly but surely unfolding before the public eye. Zhang Linghe may never have said it explicitly, but sincere love does not need a loud confession. It is enough to see how he cares for, pays attention to, and looks at Zhao Jinmai. For fans, the exact moment when love began may always remain a mystery. However, it is precisely this mystery that makes the story even more beautiful. Because true love is not about when it began, but how it continues to endure, even under the spotlight of thousands of eyes. And now, the world knows. Zhang Linghe's love for Zhao Jinmai is not a rumor. It is a reality that makes all our hearts tremble. In the end, we may never know exactly when the moment of love began. But from every glance, every smile, and the way Linghe always protects Jinmai, one thing is clear. This isn't just a rumor, it's a beautiful reality.
So, what do you think?
Was Zhang Linghe's love for Zhao Jinmai already evident from the start? Share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next sweet story.